Today I'm going to tell you the story of a patient that asked me if my job is stressful. I'm Dr. Jeff Cumro, and really what I do, I'm a developmental functional neurologist, so we change the function of the body and the brain to bring balance into the system. And when we have balance in the system, then it doesn't matter what's thrown at you, you can get back into balance, right? So we've talked about in the past how you have to get out of balance to get anything done. And it doesn't matter if we're talking about brain function, if we're talking about body, if we're talking about emotional. You have to get out of balance to get anything done. But your body has to be able to get back into balance, and your brain has to be able to get back into balance. And the faster you can get back into balance, that's what health is. So that's really what I do, is we increase function, improve functionality in the areas that are not functioning as well to bring balance into the system. So a couple of years ago, a patient walked in and she asked me, is this a stressful job? And I was just joking around. I said, is it because my hair's going gray? And she looked at it, she's like, yeah, it is. And that's kind of a tough one to swallow, right? When you're just joking around and somebody's like, yeah, that's it. You're like, interesting. But I was going through a really tough period of life at that point. And there've really been two times in my life that I have been burnt out, and there have been other times that I've been close to being burnt out. And really what burnout is you don't have balance, right? You're just pushing too far in one direction. And the first time that I was burnt out, I was just out of undergrad, and I was working a bunch of part-time jobs. I hadn't had a full-time job yet. I was just trying to make ends meet. One of the jobs was working for a band, kept me out until 3, 4 in the morning some nights, and another job was working in the hospital doing stress tests, EKGs, things like that. That one started usually 6 o'clock in the morning, so I had to be up 5:30. So there were times I'd get home at 3, get a couple hours of sleep, go into the hospital and go to work. You can only do that for so long. Like I said, you can only be unbalanced for so long before it has an impact on you. And that's really when my autoimmunity hit me. I did that for a few months and it crushed me. I lost 20 pounds in a matter of 3 weeks. I mean, it was bad. It was not a good thing. The other time that I was burnt out is the time that I got asked that question, is this job stressful? And my canned response is every job is stressful, right? It doesn't matter what situation you're in. Every job has its stresses. And stereotypically, I love my job, but in that period, it's a period right after, we lost our office manager. It's a period where my wife had just had our second baby. She was very, very sick and, at risk of losing her life. And, you're trying to balance everything physically, mentally, emotionally, and I wasn't doing as good of a job as I should have been. And those two times in my life are really things that have led me to where I am now. I've done so many things to try and heal myself, get myself back on track. And every time that I get hurt, every time I get sick, every time I get out of balance, I learn things that I can apply to other people throughout the office. And you never want to be sick, but you want to learn something from it, right? So at least we're getting things from this. And the moral of the story here is we all have stresses. When I was just graduating from college, it was time. I didn't have enough time for everything that I was trying to do. With that, I developed autoimmunity. My immune system kicked out. I wasn't getting enough sleep. The second time was just too much emotionality, too much physical demand, right? So with that, I developed insomnia. I wasn't sleeping then either. So, life throws a lot of different stresses at us. And there are going to be times when you have to focus more on work. And that's okay. Like I said, to get anything done, we have to become imbalanced. But we have to get back into balance. So if you're going to take that extra time off for work, we have to go ahead and take some time off from work. If you're going to have to focus on your family for a little bit, when you come back to work, you're still going to have a little pile of work that you neglected for a little bit, right? Doesn't matter what it is, time, money, the family situation, whatever it is, it's all going to cause you some stress. It's always going to be there. But what I implore you to do is to find things that you can do to change your ability to respond to it. If we can get your brain and your body balanced out front to back, left to right, top to bottom, that's when you reach health. That's when you get exposed to a stressor, you know exactly what to do to reach your goal, and then you could get back in balance when you're done. You don't have the issues that I've experienced. You don't have the issues that a lot of people experience, the high blood pressure, the diabetes, the depression, the anxiety, all those different things that stack on. Those are just different ways of staying in balance. So I hope that this helps you. If you are curious as to what your balance is, take the little hemispheric checklist up there in the bio. It's totally free, doesn't cost you anything, not going to spam you on it. It's just going to give you information to let you know how balanced you are. And if you are imbalanced, let us help you. Let us get you back into balance. So I'm Dr. Jeff Cumro. If you got benefit out of this, please hit the like or subscribe button. It really helps me figure out exactly what type of information to share with you guys to help you take that next step. So I love you, I appreciate you, and I will see you on the next video.